Eli here. Today I want to give you a little review and some tips on the decked Cargoglide. I've got a 2014 Tundra. Got a Go Fast camper shell on here for now. I've ordered a Lone Peak. So until that gets here, this is what I'll be using. But yeah, today I want to talk about what I did to modify it. I didn't do much. Talk about the high sides and then just about the handle and the operations. When I first got this, I installed it, and the bearings on the bottom are the rollers. One was too tight and one was too loose, which was kind of weird, but I got it dialed in. Now this thing glides like butter. And what I did is I put in a horse stall mount that I had in my last truck, just sitting in my truck. And so that gave a little grip. What they give you here is kind of cool, but it's tough, but it's slippery. So I found this horse stall mat. It does add weight, but I had a couple sandbags in there and you can just secure anything you want. Another product I was looking at is called T-Mat. So until I decided to try out the T-Mat, which is a custom fit way to lock things in, I use sandbags and it's been great. I'm going to give you a couple more measurements. Off the deck to the top of here is 4.5. On the sides, you're at 5.5. If you bring this out, when you do bring this out, you want to make sure once you're all the way out, you want to push this back. For some reason it doesn't want to go automatically. You'll find your locking points. Maybe I need to add a little lube in there or a little spring on the bottom to just pull that back, but we'll see. Side to side. In 2014 Tundra, we're looking at 48.25. Front to back. Go all the way to the back of the high sides here. 62.5 inches, which is great. And the high sides, they come up from, let's see, from my mat. Well, let's just go from the sides. So they're at 9 inches tall, and then with my mat in here to the T-track, the base is about 7.75. So they come up pretty high. And then what's kind of cool about these high sides is they are T-track, so I'm assuming you could build your own if you wanted. It might be cheaper, might not be, but these are nice. And I do wish they came all the end, but they don't, so it's all good. Also, another measurement I want to give you is front to back. So from the edge of the tailgate, we're looking at about 37 inches sticking out. So, and then past the tailgate, you're looking at, what is that, 10.5 inches. And then to the back of the truck, to about the tailgate tail light line. Let's see, I got there about 30 inches or so. So these are measurements that I was curious about. It does come out, I think, 75% or something like that, which seems about right to the edge of there. So way more accessible, everything in the back. So what I did is I decided I'd push it all the way to the forward, all the way forward. I just took whatever they packed it with, and I took a piece of those two pieces of cardboard here. They were about maybe an inch thick, and I crushed them right in there. So I had a little gap. My dad gave me a tip. He worked for the Navy on aircraft. He said, make sure if it's going to rattle, it's not going to touch your tailgate. So we got it offset a little bit. And then I'm going to pull this out, run inside. I'm going to roll in a couple of images of what's under the truck so you can see what you're drilling through. I did have a little trouble finding the points at which I wanted to drill through and put the locking nuts in. But we can see this is nice and strong. I weigh 172 pounds to 175, somewhere in there. I'll climb in here and just show you where I attached it. So, come on around here, Gil. So I came off straight back right at 3 inches on the mark. And I found that this hole here worked. I did get a little bend, so you could put a nut behind that to space it. But when I got through, there was some little extra pieces of metal under the truck bed that I ended up drilling through partially. So then I came over and I found that this point here, the second of these points, was a good spot. So if I'm coming from the back of the bed, we're looking at 5.5 inches to the bolts. 5 inches here. Yeah, so it'd be 5 inches from the rib here, and inset right there was 5.5, and then from the side of the bed, I ended up at 15 and about 24 and 1/8, something like that. So, but that worked out well for me. I put 2 bolts in the back because I knew all the weight was going to be shifting up there. And then back here was pretty easy. I just picked the center point and was able to fine tune this a little bit. After I got these back ones in, I was able to adjust it and find the perfect fit for me. That worked great. So yeah, the next plan for this is to get a Lone Peak camper up top. I've ordered one, just going to be waiting on it. And I've got Kingpin light inside that I'll probably keep staying with Kingpin because I like them a lot. And I use the Gold Zero X 1500X to power it all. And then I've put my cord up on a bungee since it's sliding in and out. So what I'll be doing next is I'll be taking some T-track or extruded aluminum and building a little shelf here and some little cabinets inside so I can have some storage. And that way nothing will fall off of here. So with the Lone Peak camper, I think I can come up to about here. So I'll come up about, what would that be? Maybe about 19 to 20, maybe 20 inches max, something like that. Yeah, so that way nothing will fall off. I did reduce the space in my bed, but it's much more usable now. So super nice, something I've wanted to try out for a long time, and I really like it. So can't recommend it enough. Go check it out. Thanks for watching.